Hello, my name is Ivan Charowe, a student at Southern New Hampshire under Kepler University program. In this video, I'll be talking more about government. So the first question goes, what are the three branches of the government? So the first branch is the legislative government, the executive branch, the judicial branch. So the second question was, what does each branch do? The legislative branch is responsible for making laws. The executive branch is responsible for enforcing the laws, while the judicial branch is responsible for interpreting the laws. There are some checks and balances between the three branches of the government. For example, legislative power over executive. We have Congress approves presidential nominations, controls the budget, can pass laws over president's veto, can impeach or remove the president office. Then executive power over legislative. A president can veto congressional legislation. Then executive's power over judicial. The president nominates judges. Then judicial's power over executive. A court can declare presidential acts unconstitutional. Then judicial's power over legislative. Court can declare laws unconstitutional. Then legislative's power over judicial. Senate confirms president's nomination for Supreme Court, and Congress can impeach or remove judges from the office. So the third question goes, Democrats and Republicans are the major parties. Can you name the third party? Actually, there are third parties. For example, we have the Green Party and the Libertarian Party. The two party systems are Democrats, a Democratic Party and Republican Party. The Democratic Party is one of the oldest political party in the United States and among the oldest political parties in the world. It traces its roots to 1792 when followers of Thomas Jefferson adopted the name Republican to emphasize their anti-monarchical views. The Republican Party, which is also known as the Jefferson Republicans, advocated for a decentralized government with limited powers. The Republican Party served as the country's first opposition party, and in 1798, the Republicans adopted the Progressive Democratic Republican label as their official name. Then, when it comes to the impact of third parties on the national politics, first of all, we may first talk about the third party. What is meant by third party? A third party refers to any party other than the major two parties, which are Democratic and Republican parties. It is a political party in opposition to the main parties in a two-party system. Actually, the third parties occasionally impact elections because third party candidates sometimes are elected or get elected in positions, and this reduces on the number of seats of the people who are supposed to go in offices for the two parties. For example, the Libertarian Party has registered a number of voters in the US. Then the next question goes, what is the basic process by which a bill becomes a law? Actually, there are different steps where a bill becomes a law. First of all, a bill is born. Anyone may draft a bill. However, only members of the Congress can introduce legislation, and by doing so, become the sponsors. Then another step where a bill can become a law is committee action. As soon as a bill is introduced, it is referred to as a committee. And at this point, the bill is examined carefully, and its chances for passage are first determined. So the third step is subcommittee review. For the bill to be passed as a law, it has to pass through committees and subcommittees for the people in authority to study them and hear them, so as to provide the opportunity of them to make them bills. Then the fourth step is makeup. For example, when the hearings are completed, then the subcommittees may meet to make up a bill, that is to make changes and amendments prior to recommending the bill to be to the full committee. Then the fifth step is committee action to report a bill. After receiving a subcommittee reports on a bill, the full committee votes for its recommendations to the House of Senate, so as to be passed as a bill. Then the sixth step is voting. After the debate and the approval of any amendments, the bill is passed or defeated by the members voting. So that means when the bill is passed, it is taken to the Senate for people to debate about and vote for it. Then the seventh step is a referral to other chamber. When the House or Senate passes a bill, it is referred to other chamber where it actually follows the same route through committee and a flow of action, so as to be passed. Then the eighth step is conference committee action. When the actions of the other chamber significantly alter a bill, a conference committee is formed to reconcile the differences between the House and the Senate versions. Then the next step is final action. After both the House and the Senate have approved a bill in identical form, it is then sent to the President. If the President approves of the legislation, he signs it, and then it becomes a law. Then the last step is overriding a veto. For example, if the President vets a bill, then Congress may attempt to override the veto. If both the Senate and the House pass the bill by a two-thirds majority, the President's veto is overridden and the bill becomes a law. So then roles of committees in passing the legislature, the legislative. Actually, the meetings, the committees, they are very important. They are a very important part of the legislative process. For example, the Senate committee is responsible for monitoring the ongoing governmental operations, identifying issues suitable for legislative review, gathering and evaluating information, and recommending courses of action to the Senate. In brief, or in summary, the government has got three major branches, which is legislative, executive, and judicial, and their roles that they perform as they are supposed to do. Otherwise, thanks for your attention. Here ends my presentation.